Uh. Yeah.
Good gaming, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Nadu, and today we're gonna watch some new play cEDH. In today's game, and I don't remember the order, but I believe it's that one. We are gonna have a BlueFarm player. We've got a Satoru, we've got a Tayam, and we've got a Nadu player. And if you don't like the bird, I don't either. Jumping straight into the gameplay. We're gonna see pre-game action. Gemstone Cavern being placed, and he's gonna pitch a Sense Flux. That is one of his flicker thing to reset Nadu. BlueFarm fetching Satoru, Island and Soul Ring. First draw for Tayam is the Ley Line of Abundance. Ikaichin the Money Changer. One of the three arts less weird than the rest. So first turn Nadu, Land Petal. Ouch, Nadu turn 1. This would be worrisome. This is worrisome, actually. Nadu turn 1 is never a good thing. Hoping it doesn't have anything else. Rite of Flame. Into Ristic. Turn 2 Ristic is also a superb gameplay. Gonna play Mox Opal, which is not active. Plays a Swamp. For Satoru. So Satoru makes that all of these creatures have ninjutsu for 4. Blood Fate Mire. Jeweled. Ristic triggers. Doesn't pay. The guy that says never feed the Ristic feeds him twice. Passes to Nadu. Just for the fun of it, attacks BlueFarm for 0. He's passing a message. Nadu attacking the Anna's player. One for a Triton Shore Stalker. Ristic gets paid. That's a good guy, paying his taxes. Upkeep Money Changers get a counter on it. Phyrexian Tower. 1 green, casting Nature's Chosen. Ristic triggers. Doesn't pay. So Mental Misstep. That guy pays his taxes. Nature's Chosen gets countered. So Nature's Chosen is a combo piece. Finally, Quarion Ranger, and he pays the tax. Tayam attacks the Anna's player. Fetches and passes. So we've got a bad land. Ooh, Vamp Tutor. Ristic triggers, cannot pay for it. Puts that card on top. Blightsteel. That is something. Question is, who is he killing first? Triton Shore Stalker going to the BlueFarm player. Satoru gets activated. Blightsteel? Holy smokes! That is mean. So yeah, he actually just went straight to Vam Tutor the Blightsteel because it wasn't in his end. But seriously, Blightsteel, that is brutal. Now the problem with Satoru is usually being able to kill the other players. Chain of Vapor, that is something. Chain of Vapor targeting Blightsteel. Of course, he doesn't have any choice, otherwise he loses the game. Nobody wants to not save him. Chain of Vapor resolves. He will not continue the chain. Passes the turn. 1, 2, 3. 3 and 3. It's going to be activating Tayam. Dismember Urza Saga and Brina. Forgive me, I did not add the list because these videos were kind of a hard, difficult quality, so I don't see very well. Contemplating the Nature's Chosen. So Nature's Chosen allows you to tap your creature to untap something, and then you can untap for free. Nature's Chosen to untap a land. Use Quarian Ranger to untap Tayam. Of course, didn't play his land for turn, so he's going to be able to drop one down. Nadu plays Hark to Witch Charm. He chooses the mode +1/+1. Well, actually, it's paying, and he will choose the +1/+1, and it's not fight. And we have got Nadu. Nadu actually slashes Satoru away because he's now a 4/5. Sorry, I had to do the guy was a ninja. Come on, I could not do that. Classic of samurai movie. BlueFarm plays Vex and Bubble. So that's a way. So, oh god, he has 3. 2 for 2 blue, Tassa's Oracle. Will anyone pay to counter that? Well, actually, they can't. Well, they need to pay because they cannot use any free spell. Everybody's wondering, do we have something? So Tassa's Oracle trigger. On the trigger, he'll Demonic Consultation. So there it is. The win attempt. Hidden by the protected by the Vexing Bubble. So we see Nadu asking if Tayam is sandbagging. Tayam doesn't have any counterspell, I believe. So Flusterstorm on the consultation. Flusterstorm resolves, and he will be able to counterspell the demonic, and he will scry for 3. Actually, it's not a scry. It's look at the top 3, put one at the top, put the other at the bottom. Well, I believe it's you need to put one on top, but you don't have to put all of the other at the bottom. Put up to 1 on top. Okay. Tapping Tayam to untap Phyrexian Tower. That's some small action I missed. Satoru draws and pass. Pitches Toxrill. So activates Tayam as a end of turn, maybe? So we've got Brina, we add Bird, Bloom Tender, and Forest. Bloom Tender, one of the best. Bloom Tender and Faber Welder. Some of the best Manadorks. Plays a Overgrown Tomb. 1, 2. Vreska joins up. Ristic triggers. Pays for it. So Vraska join up will put a death touch counter on each of his creature. Taps, goes to combat. A creature with a death touch deals damage, so he draws a card. Will activate Nature's Chosen to untap Tayam. Passes to the Nadu player. Untap, upkeep, draw, plays a land. It's been some sad gameplay, sadly, for the Nadu player. Even if he had a Nadu turn 1, got nothing else going on for him. BlueFarm player. One and two. Plays a Cabal Ritual, presuming he has Threshold. I hope so. No, he does not. I believe he only has 5 cards in the graveyard. Hannah's a second win attempt. That's a ballsy BlueFarm player. Tayam will tap Blue Tether. 1, 2, 3. Land. I don't remember what that was. Wall of Roots, which is super good. Taps Tayam to untap the Bloom Tender. Retap the Bloom Tender to remove some counters. Herdcraft. Eidolon of Rhetoric. So, quick rule discussion. Eidolon of Rhetorics. It's the same as Storm Count. So, the number of spell cast in your turn is a global count. So even if Eidolon happens after your first or second or third spell, it is still considering that you casted 3 spell if you casted 3 before. BlueFarm will not be able to cast anything after that Annaz, which is actually backbreaking. So Hannah's going, Flesh Duplicate, Grand Abo, One Ring, Fierce Guardianship, Land, Ranger Captain of Eos, Land, Metavolt, Loto, Felworth's Own. At this point, he's thinking will he wait? Of course, what's the point of going forward with a ton of cards if there is nothing you can do with them? Discards 2 lands, Loto, and Flesh Duplicate. Reanimate. Oh god, no! Reanimate targeting Toxrill, the bane of any creature deck. Oh. I hope Tayam has an answer, because that's gonna be bad. So, we'll use Quirion Ranger to untap the Bloom Tender, retap the Bloom Tender to do a Tayam activation, LED, Oppo, and a land. So anything with power, with a toughness of 1 or 2, like it's watching the Bird of Paradise, putting a bird in only gonna give the other player a slug, so he's gonna get Brina out. So Brina, whenever you attack an opponent with more life than you will be able to put 2+1/+1 on a creature you control. Toxrill back on the stack. Toxrill resolves. Loses 7 life. So end of turn, Toxrill spews some slime all over the creatures, which is, I'm not sure if it was a good idea to give slime counters to Tayam, but we'll see. He was able to make 2 slugs because he killed Bloom Tender and the Wall of Roots? No, he killed something else. Quarian Ranger. So Tayam player looks at his graveyard, trying to figure out what he can do. Puts a grain in his pool. So this is going to be a nice, nice rule questioning. Well, rule teaching. When you flag, I'm going to try to activate Tayam. And you go into the cost. You can actually use a mana ability and see it resolve. So you see him, he got a green from the Wall of Roots. He tapped, he used 2 counters from the Money Changer and 1 counter for the Wall of Roots, and he tapped Phyrexian Tower to sacrifice his Kitchen Money Changer to get 2 mana. Heartcraft, tap a creature, untap a land, super good enchantment. Doesn't mean that all of your creatures are mana dorks. Because if he had Gaia's Cradles, that would be insane. Imagine tap a creature, untap Gaia's Cradle, makes 4. Talongate of Madara. So he's doing that to try to phase out the Tuxrill, which is an answer to the Tuxrill issue. It will phase back in at the beginning of his other turn, but that's a problem for later. Activates Tayam, Young Wolf, Dead Right Shaman, and something. No, it was Young Wolf, Bartolomeo. Goes for Forest. Oh, does Earthcraft only untaps Forest? Earthcraft. Untap target basic land. So no, you cannot untap a Gaia's Cradle, but you can untap his Forest. So if you tap 3 creatures, you technically untap a land, tap a land, untap a land, tap a land. Goes for Young Wolf. So you'll see a jump cut here. Ruling question, attacking with Brina. If you attack with Brina, if you attack with 2 different players, and each player has a higher life total than another player, you will get 2 triggers, which is extremely relevant in this case because he wants some counters. So yeah, he'll use Heartcraft. What? Tap to untap a creature, 0 to untap. 1, 2, 3. So I'm not saying that the Tayam player has started playing that deck not so long ago. So I cast some of these games so that you see that not every player knows their deck like the back of their hands, and they can be perfect from the start and all stuff like that. So this is why I'm casting some non-optimized game so that we can see and learn from each other that it's okay to not know everything. It's okay to start playing, and learning stuff. So Young Wolf, so he passes, and then you'll see me remove the banners. He sacks Young Wolf to give a +1/+1 to Bartholomew. Will tap 2 creatures to create, to put a counter on Bartolome. No, sorry. Taps 2 creature to make 3 mana. 2 mana. He'll use the 3 mana to activate Tayam, so he goes down to 1 counter. On the stack, he will sack Young Wolf to give a +1/+1 on Bartolomeo, and Young Wolf will come back with a +1/+1 Vigilance. I did not do a correct timing because the Undying will not resolve until Tayam is done. So he gets LED, sacks LED for 3 mana. He has 4 counters. You use Young Wolf to create a mana, so that's why I go up to 4. We'll remove the +1/+1 from Young Wolf and the Vigilance to sacrifice Young Wolf, give a token to Bartolome. Young Wolf will come back later. So, super complicated, my apologies. I had to chat with the Tayam player. So technically what's happening is he can add 1 with Earthcraft, sack Young Wolf, bring back Young Wolf with the Undying, putting a +1/+1 with on Bartolomeo, and this gives him a infinite number of of counters. So you can take the video slowly, step by step. Took me an hour, tried to figure it out. And for one rotation, he brings back Young Wolf, because when Young Wolf gets sacked, the Undying goes on the stack, and he brings it back with Tayam. That gives him a +1. That gives him only a Vigilance counter, which you then can use the Young Wolf to re-sacrifice it, to use it, and then he gets a +1/+1 Vigilance. And with that, he gets an infinite number of counters. You see the number of counters going up. He started at 4, went down to 1, he's now up to 8. He is not mana positive, he's mana neutral. So then we start the infinite. So he goes for the Circle of Dream Druids. He will go get Tyvar. I forgot about that one. We'll go get Tyvar so that the creature has haste. We'll be able to go to tap Circle of Dream Druids, has infinite mana, sack it, tap Circle of Dream Druids, and then you see on the screen he used Tayam to go get Orcish Bowmaster. He'll switch them, he'll use Bartolomeo to kill the Orcish, use Tayam to bring back the Orcish, use Bartolomeo to to sack the Orcish, and then he'll do that until everyone is dead. I'll post on the screen the full list of how you actually make the infinite combos. And thank you everyone for watching. Please leave a comment if you learned something. I know it is hard sometimes to catch the tech that is happening. I hope you're learning something. I learned a lot. Like the only time that you can save this game would have been to exile Young Wolf when the Undying is on the stack. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next game.